Did you know that 3 in every 4 coffee pods used in the UK ends up in landfill? Nespresso machines like this one make great tasting coffee, but there's a downside. Most people think if they put their used pods in their household recycling, the local authority will recycle them. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Welcome to Big Ted's Home and Garden. In this video I'm going to show you how to recycle your Nespresso and Tassimo coffee pods. We're going to look at 2 simple ways of doing this to make sure that your coffee pods don't end up in landfill. The first method we're going to look at is the Podbag Scheme. This is an industry-wide recycling scheme and allows you to recycle Nespresso, Tassimo and also the Nescafe Dolce Gusto coffee pods. At the moment the Podbag Scheme is only available in the United Kingdom, but I know Nespresso, for example, have their own scheme which runs in Ireland, Australia, New Zealand and the US. These schemes are very simple. You basically request a recycling bag. They're free in the UK and the US, but I think you have to pay in Australia and New Zealand. And then you place your used pods into the bag and return them to a collection centre. This is great if you live near a collection point. Unfortunately, I don't. The nearest one to me is 3 miles away and it's not on my route to or from work. It's the only feasible option for Tassimo pods, but for Nespresso aluminium pods, there's an alternative. It's this, the Dually EcoPress. You can get the EcoPress on Amazon for a few pounds. It's a quick and simple way of separating the coffee grounds from the aluminium. The EcoPress is very simple. You've got the lid with the plunger in the middle there, and you've got a tank which collects the coffee grounds. The green top of the tank is removable. This makes it much easier to empty the coffee grounds out of the tank when you finish using it. Recycling your aluminium pods using the EcoPress is really simple. The green tank lid has a rim for locating the coffee pod, and then you take the lid and simply push down. The plunger in the lid pushes the pod down into the hole and basically turns it inside out, expelling the coffee in the process. There'll still be some coffee grounds attached to the aluminium which we're going to rinse off later. Once you get used to the technique, it takes seconds to do each pod. And when you finish, you're left with a tank full of coffee grounds. You can put these in your food waste recycling, you can compost them, or you can spread them directly around the plants in your garden. The grounds are supposed to be really good for deterring slugs and cats. Your emptied pods will need rinsing. It's easy to do. Just run them under the tap. And then you can use the water you collect on the plants in your garden. The washed pods can then be stacked and squashed together, make them nice and compact, ready for recycling. Unfortunately, this process is not relevant for the Tassimo pods. They're much more complex, so it's easier to use the recycling scheme. But if you're looking for a simple method of recycling your aluminium Nespresso pods, the EcoPress works really well. So I hope you found this useful. If you have, leave a thumbs up. Any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Big Ted's Home and Garden. We'll see you soon.